Welcome back to CNN Business Traveller in Peru. No visit to this country is complete without going to Machu Picchu. And part of the fun of getting there is the train journey with its magnificent vistas. It takes 3 hours. And the aptly named Vistadome train carries me across roaring rivers, soaring Andes and exquisite farmland. With over 1 million visitors a year, Machu Picchu, Peru's #1 tourist destination. It's a real mishmash of people, the young backpackers and the older we've come to see the world. Step off the train and it's through the small town of Aguascalientes. Before a bus trip to the top that's not for the faint-hearted. But what a reward when you get there. The famous view, the sight you've come to see. Machu Picchu is believed to have been a sacred religious site built for the Incan Emperor Pachacuti around 1450. Although nobody's completely sure, details here remain a mystery. The Incas themselves were a small Andean tribe before growing to control the largest empire ever seen in the Americas. The story goes Machu Picchu was largely lost to time until it was rediscovered, hidden and overgrown in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. It was just literally here.
Some local farmers that used to live down the bottom already knew about Machu Picchu. They just been found Machu Picchu some years before Hiram Bingham came up here.
What they saw amazed them. More than 30,000 hectares of temples, houses, agricultural land, where 1,000 Incan people once lived. Today they may be replaced with hordes of selfie-taking tourists. You can smell the history. Having seen the view of Machu Picchu from the top, now it's time to actually enter the Incan town at the end of the official Inca Trail. This is what was the gateway to Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is roughly divided into 2 sections, the upper and the lower, urban and agricultural. And here there are 2 must-visit spots. The first is the heart of Machu Picchu's religious life.
That's the Sun Temple. The Sun Temple represents to the fire element, and the Soil Temple represents to the earth element.
For visitors, it also means a lot of walking, up and down, back to front, and then round again. A few more steps and you reach the sacred plaza. So this is very much a central part of Machu Picchu.
Practically, we can say that's the central part of Machu Picchu. One of the most important spots in here.
It's a square surrounded by 3 more temples, where the crowds gathered for celebrations and festivities, and practiced the sciences the Incas were so famous for, especially astronomy. Tell me what this was.
Okay, this stone, which is a natural rock, replaces the Southern Cross constellation, which is in that direction, visible 3 months a year only. Not the whole year round, like in Australia and New Zealand. In here, 3 months a year only.
So travelers coming here would be able to use this rock as a compass. The complexity of this place is breathtaking. From this point in the religious section, looking down to the valleys and across into the Andes, one starts to see what an achievement it was to just build Machu Picchu. The stonework so precise, even ordinary buildings contain masterful construction. And here it stands, almost 600 years later. And think on, this may not be the only one.
The archaeologists are still digging, exploring around this background mountain, so predicting that Incan people trying to make some more Inca towns, perhaps quite similar to Machu Picchu.
Look around. Everybody's wondering, is there another Machu Picchu just out there? From one icon of Peru to another, the llama. And that's CNN Business Traveller for this month. I'm Richard Quest in Peru. Wherever your travels may take you, I hope they're profitable. And I'll see you next month.